Good morning and welcome back to Ventures with Them. It's been a long time since we've done a vlog and we've had a lot going on, and then again we've kind of not had a lot going on. I stopped the vlogging for a while. We're taking a different approach. We are still going to be taking our trips and things like that. We actually have taken a couple, and I will end up inserting some photos from them. I didn't do any actually videoing while we were there. It was just kind of a family thing, and we wanted it to just be something that we were able to enjoy. So I do have some photos that I will be putting a video together of those, and that's about all that I did while we were there. And we have another one that's coming up. So right now I'm focusing on a weight loss journey. So 10 years ago I had a hysterectomy, and I did not take any hormones due to having cancer in my family, and I was told that taking hormones was not a good idea because most of them are known to cause cancer. So I opted not to take any hormones. Excuse me, I just woke up, and so that's why I'm doing this. You can see by the hair and stuff that I've not even brushed my hair this morning. I'm still in my pajamas. But so this is what we're doing. I have gone from, I weighed 100 to 110 pounds in my adult life. And after the hysterectomy, for 6 years, I was just fine. I stayed at that 100 to 110 range, never had any issues, ate whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted, didn't really exercise very much, and I was able to stay there. Well, the last 4 years, that's caught up with me. And I can't drop the weight. I exercise. I bought a bike. I was riding 5 miles a day, every day, drinking water and eating healthy, and nothing was working. And I tried weight loss medicine. I have done everything you could think of, and nothing was really working. In the time of starting to gain weight, I started getting anxiety really bad. I always thought anxiety was just something that people it was just in their head, and that it wasn't real. And I now know that that is definitely not the case, that once you get it, it is hard to get rid of it. However, I was told that if I got off of caffeine, that it would help. And I did, and it did help. I had it so bad I didn't want to leave my house, and now I'm fine to ride in a vehicle, a couple hours or so. I can even drive a vehicle, and I don't have it as bad. But I blame gaining weight on that, and I'm hoping that with the weight loss that it will actually help get rid of it, or at least make it even better to tolerate, or easier to tolerate. So what I am doing in this weight loss journey is I am, and I hate to say the word keto because some people are like, do not do that. Keto is horrible. Don't. The scratching sound is my cat. I'm sorry. She's found something to play with. Don't do it. It's bad for you. So I'm not going to say it is keto per se. We're going to call this clean eating, okay? So on a normal given morning, we don't always eat the same exact thing all day long, every day. It just doesn't happen. We're humans. We eat different things all the time. So I don't really eat the same exact thing every time, but usually in the morning I will drink a cup of coffee, and I will eat a bowl of oatmeal or maybe cheese grits or something like that. And then for lunch, sometimes I don't even eat lunch, but sometimes I will actually, if I eat oatmeal for breakfast, sometimes I'll eat that bowl of grits for lunch, or vice versa. And then for dinner, I usually eat a pretty reasonable dinner. Chicken, steak, something like that, along those lines. But then when I sit down at night, I feel like I need something sweet because of the savory food that I've eaten. And so I'll eat something like we just got in Girl Scout cookies. Bad, I know, but we support the kids, and so we got in Girl Scout cookies, and last night I ate 2 Girl Scout cookies. Not horrible, not 2 boxes, just 2 cookies out of a box. It's not horrible, but it's not great. So instead of saying keto per se, I'm going to say we're going to do a clean eating weight loss journey. And so I'm hoping that by doing this, that it will actually get me what I need. It will actually help me to lose the weight that I need to lose. I hate to put this out there, but like I said, I weighed anywhere from 100 to 110 pounds. In 4 years, I have gained over 70 pounds. I know. Most people don't want to admit that. I don't want to admit that. My biggest fear is getting on the scales every day. So one of the trips that we went on since I have done my last vlog was a trip to New York. And in that trip to New York, we walked 12 miles a day. Now, if you've ever been to New York, you know you walk down the sidewalks, you run across the streets to try to make sure you get to the other side before the traffic starts back up and things like that. So it wasn't a slow-paced, slow-walking, leisure thing. We would get up in the mornings, we would find something to eat for breakfast, and I always ate something very simple, something small. We would walk, we would eat a later lunch, we would eat dinner, and then we would usually eat dinner around 7 or 8 o'clock, and then we would make our journey back to where we were staying. Like I said, 12 miles a day. And after that 12 miles a day for 4 days, when I got back home, I got on scales thinking, I can't wait to see. I know I had to have lost weight because I did so well. I ate salads and I ate things that were good for me. I gained 4 pounds. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was on the verge of tears. And so I asked about it, and they were like, well, you're just retaining water. It happens to everybody. So over the next several days of being home, I weighed every day, and I did start losing that water weight. Each day I lost a pound after we got back home. So I thought, okay, I actually did lose weight, and I'm going to be able to see that here in a little bit. I never got below the 4 pounds that I gained. I still don't understand it. How can you walk 12 miles a day for 4 days and not lose anything eating, pretty good while you're there? I don't know. I don't get it. Well, now I kind of do. So I've been doing research, and I've been doing a lot of research. So when we go out to eat, we don't really have a whole lot of choice as to what we're eating because we don't know what's going on in the back. We can only guess. And so when you get a salad, you're pretty sure you're getting a good meal, but you don't know that. You don't know where they get their fruits or their vegetables or their meat. You don't know what they're adding to it. We don't know because we're not back there. We can't see the packaging. We can't see anything. We don't know where it came from. I'm not saying I'm not going to eat out, and I'm not saying that I don't think you should eat out. I'm just saying that we have to consider the fact that we don't know where or what we're truly eating. But what I can do is make sure that the things I'm eating at home and at work are things that I know to be clean. When I say clean, I mean It wasn't manufactured in a lab. So when we look at an ingredients label, we'll be able to see that it's all natural products that are in there and not things that we can't pronounce. I know this isn't going to be something completely true, but in my opinion, and the way I am going to do my clean journey is if I can't pronounce the word, or I have a hard time pronouncing it, or it's this long of a word, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to use it. Why is that? Because I don't feel like it is considered clean. So as I go through this journey, and I'm hoping you come along with me, and if you would like to join me on this journey, in the comments below, write "Join the Journey." That way I can see how many people are joining me on this. And I would love to have a whole lot of people joining me on this journey. And then we can help each other along the way as we're going. So because I've gained so much weight, my joints hurt to do a lot. I don't really get to exercise very much. My back continuously hurts. I feel bad quite often. I don't feel horrible. I just don't feel wonderful. I want to feel wonderful. I want to have energy. I want to sleep good at night. I don't sleep well at night. I want to sleep good at night. I want to have energy. I want to be able to go and do. I want to get rid of anxiety, and I want to get the weight off to where I feel better. The longer I keep this weight on, the worse I feel like I am going to feel as I get older, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a person that has to sit around all the time because I feel so bad. I want to be the person that I can get up and go do things, go see things, go wherever I want to go and not have to just wait. And when I say wait, I don't mean wait to feel better. I mean wait for the day that I can't go do anything anymore. I don't want to do that. I want to feel better. So this is not just about losing the pounds that I've put on. This is about getting energy back in a safe and healthy way. So, and losing the weight in a safe and healthy way. I don't want to just up and take all this weight off. I wish I could. I wish it was like a coat, and I wish I could just peel it off and be done and not have to worry about it. But I'm not doing that, and I don't recommend anyone else do that. I recommend it be lost at a slow and consistent rate to where you feel good and you see what's happening and you can keep it off. That is the long goal, to be able to lose it and keep it off and feel good. So, this is my plan, and this is what I'm hoping works. So, I've never done a video like this before because I haven't felt confident in anything that I've been doing to be able to feel like it's going to work. I feel like this is going to work. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not jumping into this all at once. I'm going to do this a little as we go. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start making grocery lists. So I live 30 minutes from the closest Walmart. I have one grocery store in my town. My grocery store doesn't really carry the clean foods. So I really can't purchase a lot from them. And the other thing about it is, I want to be able to do shopping online to where I can see what it is so that I don't have to go and spend hours at the store comparing all the ingredients. We will do that though. We will go to the stores, that will be one of the videos, and compare labels on products. And so you can see what I mean. So hold on just 1 second, and I'm going to explain what I mean by this. So what I mean by clean products is, you have to understand this is new. I've not done any grocery shopping yet. I'm going to take you with me as I do my grocery shopping and show you what I am buying, to where if you want to do this journey with me, You can buy what I'm buying, or maybe you can find a product that you feel like is even better than what I bought. And when you do, put a comment below and let me know. Say, hey, you know, I see what you got, but I got this one and it seems to be even more clean than what yours is, so you might want to check it out. But I want to show you what I mean by clean eating. So as I said, in the mornings I normally eat oatmeal. So this is what I normally eat. It's the same brand all the time. It's the Quaker. And if you can see right here, it says protein. So for the longest time, I thought that this was something I need to be eating because it's got protein. It's added protein. That's good for me. That's what I need. That's what all these carb people eat, is high protein. Well, that's true. And nowhere on here does this say keto or anything like that. It says heart healthy, and it just tells you that it's rich in grains, but it says it's banana nut, but it says it's flavored with other natural flavors. So I want to show you the ingredient list, because this is what I have noticed, and this is what my journey is about, is looking at the ingredient list. So if you can see on this ingredient list right here, and I don't know if you can actually read this, so I'm going to just kind of read it to you, and then we'll go through it. So it says whole grain oats, sugar, whey protein concentrate, walnuts coated with rosemary extract. It says to help protect flavor. Dried bananas, whey protein isolate, salt, banana flakes, soy lectin, natural flavor. Okay, so the first thing I know is eating greens is not the best for us. So I know they say support the farmers and things like that, but I also have to think about my health as well. So this has oats in it, and it's the very first thing. Well, so when I think about oats, I think about them growing in a field, just like rice, corn, and everything else. The other thing I think about is the weeds that come up in the field, and the airplanes that spray them, and the spray rigs that spray them and stuff. And I wonder, when they actually process them, I have nothing to back this up, this is just in my head. When they process this, are they actually able to remove all the chemicals that are used on the fields? Maybe they can, and maybe they do. I hope they do. But the only thing else I can think about is all the time we're hearing about how
chemicals cause cancer.
Anyway, I don't know, and they may not. But in my head and in my thoughts of it, it causes cancer. So I'm thinking I don't really want to put that into my body. I think that is a bad thing. So I've been sitting here worried about getting cancer from taking hormones. But if I'm eating this stuff and it's treated with a product that can cause cancer, I mean, should I really not be taking hormones? So, okay, so I've just decided that maybe I need to stay away. And keto is a form that stays away from a lot of the grains. So that's why I loosely say this is a keto, because it's not really keto, it's more of clean eating. So the next thing is sugar. Okay. So when you see an ingredient list like this, the very first thing is what is the most in the package. The second thing is the next most thing that's in the package. And as the ingredients go, you go from the most down to the least. Okay, so if this had sugar at the bottom, it would mean it had very, very little sugar in it. But because sugar is up top, it means that there's a lot in here. So I don't really need to have sugar either, because I'm going to try to eat clean. And sugar makes you feel like you need more sugar. So eating sugar is not a good thing. It's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your health. It's not good for you in general. So it's just not a good thing. It's not good for me. So I'm going to stay away from things that say they have sugar in them. And I'm going to stay away from things that say they have grains in them. So the next thing says whey protein concentrate. Well, I don't really think that things that say concentrate are going to be that great for me either, unless it's maybe like a tomato concentrate or a true vegetable concentrate to where they actually just take it and pull it in really tight, and you can actually add water to expand it back out, basically is what it means. I know that's not exactly what it means, but just kind of basically what it means. So I'm going to stay away from that. And walnuts coated with rosemary extract, I have no problem with that. I think nuts are good for you, as long as they're organic. The problem with this is I don't know if they were grown using pesticides. Again, when nuts fall from a tree and they have sprayed around the bottom of the trees with these pesticides, I know they're in a shell, but how much of it is actually absorbed into the meat? So if I see something about nuts, for the most part, I would like them to be organic. So always buy organic when possible is going to be what I'm going to do. And there's a lot out there that we'll talk about, and we'll talk about each individual thing as we put it into our cart. So I don't really want to go through all of this too much right now. I just want to get the basics out there to where we can get this going, to where I can start back on my vlogging journey and get this weight loss journey into it as well. Okay, and so it talks about how it has salt and banana flakes and other natural flavors. So when it says natural flavors, I want to stay away from that also, because if they're not going to tell me what the natural flavors are, it kind of scares me. So natural flavors could be anything. It could be anything good. It could be anything bad. I don't want to do that. I want to know exactly what is in it. So this is a new box. It has not been opened. I also just ordered 3 more boxes because, like I said, this is what I eat every day. So I'm donating all of these boxes to our local food pantry. And so one of the things that I'm going to do is, as I go through my pantry, I'm going to make sure everything's still in date first. And then if it's not something that I'm going to use, I'm going to donate it. And I recommend you do the same thing if you're going to go on this journey with me. So that's one thing that we're going to do, is be cleaning out the pantries and donating the good foods. So that's one thing. The other thing is, like I said, I have one local grocery store, and then I have Walmart that's about 30 minutes away. So most of my grocery shopping will be from Walmart or Amazon, because they're the easiest things I can get a hold of and the cheapest. So I don't want this journey to be expensive. I want this to be something that everybody can afford to do. I want to show that losing weight and eating clean does not have to be expensive. We know you can go to a drive-through at a fast food restaurant and get things on the dollar menu because people can't afford a whole lot of stuff. Sometimes that's true. I get that. I totally get that. But I want to do this the best that we can and make it the easiest way possible. And then eventually, as we go to restaurants, I want to show which items I feel at those restaurants are the cleanest to eat versus what you should not order. So that you can see that there is a way to go out and still do daily things with everybody else and not have to feel bad or even really show that you're doing anything different than what they are. You just want to eat a little bit different. You want to eat clean or cleaner than what you've been eating. And so hopefully over the next 30 days, we'll be able to feel a difference, hopefully see a difference, but to feel a difference would be amazing. To see a difference would be even better. And as we go on this next trip, I'm going to take you with me also to where you can see that you don't have to stay home and that you can go and do things and not have to worry about anything holding you back or damaging what you're doing. So there we go. So anyway, I hope you join me on this and at least follow me along. And I'm hoping that as we go through this, that it will keep me motivated by having everyone with me rather than me just having to do it by myself, basically. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. If you have any suggestions on products to try, please leave them down below. If you sell products that you think would be great for this, leave me a comment. I would love to know. I would love to be able to help out other people as well. So if I can afford the products, like I feel like most people would be able to, I would like to be able to share that on this vlog and show them what you have to offer as well. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day.